when we were in Lemuria in the beginning, we were always in oneness. We were always connected. We lived in the love and the light, in the oneness. It's all we knew. We didn't know anything else. And then we collectively made the decision that we were going to disconnect from oneness. We were going to explore separation for the very first time. So we never knew what it was not to be living in oneness and pure love. And then we went through the fall where we forgot who we were. We forgot that we were these powerful, multidimensional mega beings, co-creators, gods and goddesses. And we started to believe that we were just these bodies with heads walking around. So basically, for the very first time, we experienced suffering, grief, jealousy, hatred, guilt, shame, all of those negative emotions that we are very familiar to us now were unknown in Lemuria. So two things. One of them was that the souls who agreed to do this experiment, this long walk through the valley of the shadow, the only ones who chose to do that were the strongest souls, because we knew that we had the power and the capability to walk through extremes of darkness, of challenge, of obstacle, so that we are the strong ones. The second thing is that there always was the agreement, fortunately, written into the plan, that we weren't going to walk forever through the valley of the shadow. We were going to come back to the light. And hallelujah, this is what I woke up with this morning. This is the time that we all agreed. This day, 2/22/22, is the day that we all agreed that we were going to reverse the fall. We were going to reconnect to the oneness, and we were going to come back stronger, more powerful, because we set ourselves this task of overcoming obstacle after obstacle. And we've been doing it for, I don't know, 100,000 years. Nobody really knows. Somebody's making a lot of noise. Do you think you could mute yourself? Oh, maybe I could do that. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, mute all. There you go. Except me. Okay, where we go. Thank you. Sorry, still learning when it comes to Zooming. So we are the ones that we've been waiting for, and this is the time. So this is what I was told, that today, the third dimension that already ended on the 21st of December 2012, the fourth dimension, which is the astral plane, but there is still a battle of light and dark. There's still horror stories and fairy fantasies on the fourth dimension. It's the land of blissful dreams, but also nightmares. So today, the fourth dimension ended, which means that all karmic contracts, all karmic ties, anything that you are carrying from your very, 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 very long walk through density, through suffering, through obstacles, through the valley of the shadow, those are now ended. So we don't have to keep living the stories. It's time to just let them go. Anything from your past that is not love, life, light, truth, peace, joy, let it go. There's no reason now to dance in that arena. It's time now. Everything as we move forward, it's time for a completely new way of being on the earth. And this is everything through intention, not through effort, not through suffering, but just simply by focusing your intention on what you want to create, because that is what awakens today, our own power as co-creator. We don't have to wait for anybody else to do anything for us. We don't have to ask permission. We just got to focus on what do I want and then create it. So this is the powerful day that we've all been waiting for. So very quickly now, I'll tell you the other thing that I was told, because this is the day that the codes come in for the new earth. This is the official opening of the new earth, that the realms, the councils from the realms of light wanted as many people as possible physically tuning in to receive those codes. And I tell you, there are millions all around the planet today. We are one small pod. We are a soul group. We have the agreement, this group has the agreement from Lemuria that we would come together as our pod on this day, the day of the Great Awakening. But all around the earth, there are millions of people joining in to bring this energy and to reclaim the earth for love, which always was the plan, always was the program, that the earth would be lifted back to the light. And we are the ones who are actually the ground crew. We are the ones who volunteered to walk through what I call the valley of the shadow, because it usually feels like that, to hold the light and to be there at the end, which is actually the beginning, which is today. So let me tell you, I've told some of you this, but I had a vision about 10 years ago when the Olympics were held at Wembley Stadium in London. And I had this vision, because it was the final, and millions of people, well, thousands of people were in that stadium. It was completely full. And I had this vision of the light workers, and we'd all run our own obstacle course for thousands of years. We'd run all around the planet holding the blue flame, the flame of the Christ light. And we'd been up valleys, we'd been across mountains, we'd been across the oceans, each one of us challenged in our own way. But the vision that I had was we all came together at Wembley Stadium, and we crossed the line together, all holding our torches high, but not alone. We do not have to do this alone anymore. And this is part of the shift that has come in today, that we will be making new contacts. We will be calling into our lives the people that we have the contracts with to go into the new earth. A lot of our life up to now, we've been dancing with the people who we have the contracts with for the old stories, those ones who were teaching us to reclaim our power by taking it from us. Well, actually, we gave it to them. So we've been dancing with our adversaries, with our old challengers, especially from Atlantis. A lot of the dark ones from Atlantis who took the power then have been trying to hold on to it. And they're the ones that have been showing up in our lives, who have been our enslavers, our controllers, our masters in other lives. They're all back, everybody's back. Pretty much everybody that has ever incarnated on the earth is here now, because that's why there's so many people on the planet, because this really is the end days where we complete all the karma that we've collected up until now. And that's today. Karma stops today. So you no longer have to keep playing out the old stories, the old roles. If any of you get my newsletter or look on my website, the last 4 meditations that have come in, 2 of them have been healing the shadow, healing it from the emotional body and healing it from the physical body. One of them is releasing all karmic contracts by forgiveness, and the other one is inviting in the people we have the new contracts with. So those are all on my website if you want to check them out. We'll be doing a lot of that today. As most of you know, the way I work is I just receive what we need to do. So I actually have no idea how they are going to do this, but they will, because they always do. Fortunately, I'm not responsible. It's not me, Your Honor. It wasn't me, Your Honor. Okay, I think everybody that can fit in is here now. So I'm so grateful that you all heard the call and that you came and you put your energies together. I can't tell you how much effect this is going to have globally, because we are the ones who are consciously working with the shift, but because we are doing the work, we are opening the door for everybody, for the ones who don't have these connections, for the children who are relying on us to leave a planet that is still inhabitable for them. We are the ones who are bringing the changes, and then the others will be the beneficiaries.